Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to my channel. It's been a long time I haven't uploaded anything in my main YouTube channel / my secondary YouTube channel. I have been living in Canada for the past 3 months. I have been very busy with a lot of things, including schools, university, business, works and stuff. So now I finally got the time. So that's why I came to my favorite Mercedes-Benz dealership in the entire world, Silver Star Motors. And I am here to review their 2024 Mercedes-Benz GLS 600 Maybach. This is my first video back in the United States / New York City. So let's start this entire video with a little bit of history about the Mercedes-Benz GLS and what is the GLS Maybach comes with. The Mercedes-Benz GL was the first generation of the largest SUV that Mercedes-Benz ever sold. It was a 7-seater with a V8 and a V6 engine, and it was very popular in the entire world, but it was mostly popular in the Middle East and the United States because its size and its capacity of carrying people and pouring out performance. From the second generation of the car, when it shifted from Mercedes-Benz GL to the Mercedes-Benz GLS, so it's the S-Class of SUVs, that was the first time they added a performance model to the GLS, the GLS 63. After that, the third generation came in, that's this generation's pre-facelifted. That generation came with the first ever Maybach edition, because the GLS 63 came from the third generation. They include the Maybach. So the Maybach includes more luxury styling and more comfort ride that you won't get on any other GLSs. After the 2022 year ended, they started designing their facelifted model because Mercedes-Benz makes a generation. One generation has two models, pre-facelift and facelift. This is the facelifted model, and the pre-facelifted model, I did a full review in Bangla in this exact showroom, in this exact place. So today we're doing the 2024. So let's show you what are the basic difference and the basic changes you get on this car. So when you unlock the car, first of all, your daytime running lights and your intel light turn on at night when you do the animation. Now I'm going to get inside, turn on these multi-beam LED lights that come with the GLS 63, GLS 580, GLS 450, and the GLS 600. It came with the pre-facelift too, but it's just how advanced the Mercedes-Benz headlights are. So let's get inside. After you open the doors, the side steps do come out. Here we ease inside. Let's put the car in ignition first. There we go. This is with the full multi-beam lights. This is with the hazard. This is with the high beam. This is without the high beam. Now let's come outside for showing you guys the lights. Let's close the door. The lights are very nice. You know why? This is your daytime running lights with your hazard slide that all the way go through. Then you have your two projector setups here with your multi-beam curtain, and then you have your massive projector setup here with the side reflector and illumination light for American Canada laws. You have Mercedes-Benz written on the top as well. And just look at the attention to detail on the headlights and how much power this can actually produce. Then if we go there, you have the grille that says Maybach at the center. And then if we keep going there, you have the same thing on the other side. Now if we come to the car's overall front, the front has been changed a bit. But what exactly? Let's start from the bottom, then go up. First of all, the basic changes are the front off-road chin / the chin of the car has had more chrome and a little bit of opening for cooling the car. You have 6 sensors at the front, 2 at the sides, 2 at the intakes for the both sides, and 2 at the center. This is another new accent that this car gets. You have the Maybach logos included at the intercooler because this is not the GLS 63. You don't need big oil coolers here. After you get up from there, you have the iconic Maybach grille with the straight lines. You have your radar here, but maximum it is open. You have the Mercedes-Benz star here, but in UK vehicles or Chinese vehicles, you can option it with the Maybach logo. The hood is pretty nice. You have aggressive lines on it, and when you sit on top of the car / you sit inside, you feel like you're the king of the road. Now I'm going to get inside the car and open the hood of the car for showing you guys the engine. So here we go. All Mercedes-Benz cars have their hood openers on the driver's side, obviously. And if you just pull it once, then you have a physical lock here that you have to press with your hand. And then the hydraulic struts are going to get the hood up. Now let's come to the car's engines. The basic 450 of the GLS gets a 3-liter inline-6 mild hybrid. And then the 580 gets the 4-liter V8, but it is detuned to a very low amount of horsepower. Then comes the GLS 63. The 63 gets that same engine, but it's handcrafted and it is tuned for the most performance engine for Mercedes-Benz GLS. And then comes the Mercedes-Benz GLS 600. That's only for the Maybach. This car has the exact same engine like the GLS 63 or the GLS 580, but it has been tuned to get the most amount of comfort out from the engine and the most smoothest. So you have the Maybach logo here instead of the signature of the person's name who built this engine. Then this is where you pour your engine oil. There you can see your 2 turbochargers that are massive. Then you have the Mercedes-Benz star and 2 intakes on either side and carbon fiber treatment here. With this engine, you have a 9G-tronic automatic transmission that is multi-clutches, so it is very smooth and very fast. This engine is producing more than 550 horsepower, 538 pound-feet of torque, putting all that power to the 4 of the wheels. That is a pretty impressive number for a luxury car. And the competitor for this car would be something that's really expensive like the Rolls-Royce Cullinan and the Bentley Bentayga. But this is much more longer than the Bentayga and the Cullinan. But if you want to compare it to any American cars, I would say it's the Escalade V. Nothing else to compare it with. Now let's close the hood. You have insulation on the top and the hood is actually very high. So if you just get it closer and just push it from both sides, there we go, it closes. Now let's talk about safety. You have automatic braking assist, so if a car stops in front of you, it's going to automatically brake. It has lane keep assist, it's going to keep you in the lane or pull you inside. It has lane departure assist, so it can go to the next lane by just putting on the hazards on. It has rear automatic brake assist, so if you're reversing from your parking lot and another car's coming, it's going to automatically brake. It has automatic parking, and it has a lot more feature like remote start and remote park. Front windshield wipers are very advanced. You have your front cameras there for all your safety systems, and there's a lot of cameras there. And one camera over there actually works for your dash cam. Now I'm going to show you the car's side profile, where this car comes to another league. The side profile of the car, when you look at the car, you can actually tell how massive it is, and it is just a 4-seater. So imagine how much luxury stuff you have inside the car. Let's start with the wheels of the car. At the front, you guys saw everything, and in the Maybach, you don't have any other option other than the paint and the wheels. This is the standard wheels that you get on the Maybach GLS, and then there's a upgraded wheel that is just a monoblock, so it just blocks everything. So this wheel gets the Continental tires that are Continental Premium Contact 6. These tires are 285, 45, and the rims are 22 inches. 6-piston brakes at the front. The front brake disc thickness is 17.5 inches. It is actually pretty big and it is ventilated. Double wishbone suspension with air springs. You have the Mercedes-Benz logo with Maybach written on the top. And this car also has the e-active body control, so it can actually jump, or it's much more smoother in the roads in New York City / the entire world. What's more cool about is this is actually a 2-tone paint. So this is a really expensive paint, but you can't see it as well. So you have 2 colors here with the strip that all the way starts at the front, that all the way goes till the back of the car. Now if we go up, you have the chrome treatments on the window trims that a normal car would get, but you have extended chrome treatments right here. You have the roof rails that are also in chrome. Door handles are in half chrome, half body color. When you unlock the car, it has keyless entry. There the car unlocks and the mirror do unfold. You have the side camera here. This is for your hazards light. It has blind spot monitoring, and it's overall very advanced. What's one more thing cool about is, if I lock the car again with the keyless entry, you can see the mirror automatically fold and automatically unfold the entry. So if you just touch the rear doors, it will also unlock the car as well. Now let's come to the rear wheels. This car is all-wheel drive, but it's a rear biased all-wheel drive system. So the rear wheels are much more thicker. These are 325 40 R22s. A little smaller brakes, and it's 4 pistons, but you have multi-link suspension with air springs. One more thing that's more cool about this car, open the door, you can see the side step. So if you just pull the door open, you can see the side steps pull out, and just look at the Maybach logo and all of the features it comes with. Now I'm going to show you the fuel tank on the other side, then the back. If the car is unlocked, if you just press here, your fuel tank is going to open up. Then you can fill up your 90-liter fuel tank for your GLS 600. It is actually a very big capacity, but you can have premium gas inside or ultra premium, both work. And what's one more cool thing about it is you have the Maybach logo in the behind the C pillar that actually doesn't illuminate, but it's actually pretty nice. So now I'm going to show you the rear of the car. So let's start by talking about what are the difference with the pre-facelift and the facelift. The rear taillights have been changed. It's not like the before. It has been completely new, and it's completely different from the previous generation. Now I'm going to get inside, turn on the rear taillights first. So here we go. Put the car on ignition. And this is with the full light with the hazards, and this is with the rear fog. Now if I come outside and show you guys the rear tail lights, the tail lights start from the side. First of all, you have your Mercedes-Benz written inside with the chrome treatment on the top. So it starts all the way from here. Then you have the hazards on the bottom. You have your tail lights that all the way start with dot on the sides. This is your rear fog. You have Maybach written on the top with your chrome line that all the way starts with the Mercedes-Benz star and the GLS 600 written right there. And all the way continues till the other side. Now if you look at the top, you have your upper stop brake light here, rear windshield wiper, says Mercedes-Benz right there with the logo. And then you have the number plate slot of Silver Star Motors. And you have 2 lights, and your reversing camera pops out when you need it. You have your chrome scratch plate, and if you look at the bottom section, you have more chromings here with the reflectors. You have 6 sensors at the back. Diffuser has more chrome, and you have the iconic Maybach exhaust. If you want to see more reviews like this is the Maybach. If you want to see the GLS 63 or the 450, let me know in the comment section in what language and when. I'll make sure to do that if I have the time while I'm in New York City. Now if you look at the boot space, it obviously has power tailgate. It has total 700 liters of storage, but with the refrigerator, it only has 580 liters. But what's cool about it is Maybach tailgates are much more luxury. These are your floor mats and all your pillows that are inside the car because it's brand new. And if you look at the underfloor storage, you have your tire repair kit and your towing hook with some Maybach gloves. So that's very nice. Let's put that back in. And then if I look at the sides, you have some hooks here, and this part is also in leather. It says Maybach right there. And you have a button here for lowering the car, raising the car. So if you want to do that, you can do that from the back. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty nice. You have your 2 buttons. One is for closing the boot, one is for closing the boot and locking the car. So let's close the boot and let's get in the inside of the vehicle. Now, let me ask you one more stuff. There's a lot of cars here. GLS 53 facelift, GT 43, and you have a Maybach S680. If you want to watch any of them, let me know in the comment section. I will try to do them. And now let's get in the inside of the Maybach GLS. So now let's get inside the interior of the Maybach. So it obviously has keyless entry like I mentioned. So let's unlock the car and welcome you inside the GLS 600. Just look at the color contrasting and overall everything. It's just how nice it is. Now let's get inside. So let's open my door, and here we are getting inside of this car. The color contrast and everything that this car has is actually impressive, but if I had to buy a 2024 GLS 600, that's never gonna be possible. But if I did, I would make my spec a little more in a lighter color, but with the same contrasting with the inside. Just look at everything. Let's start from the dash. Let's not turn on the ambient lights. You know what? Let's turn it on. Pressing on the ignition, your ambient lights turns on. So from this panel, this entire panel is on leather and real leather. So everything you see here is leather except the over here and the heads-up display and the wind deflector for the front windshield. But you have your airbag here with your AC vent. You have your wooden treatment that all the way extends till here with 4 AC vents at the center. Then you have your lockable glove box that's actually locked right now. So for unlocking that, you can do that with the key. So I'm just gonna get the key out and show you one more feature this car gets. So let's get the slot out. And if I just put this right there, unlock it, and there it opens up. You have your perfume dispenser for Mercedes-Benz cars. You have Maybach written right there. This is where you put it inside, and you have your other stuff located right there. And for locking it again, you can do the same. Just twist it to the other side. Now let's show you the entire interior. First of all, just look at the seats. How comfortable and how nice it actually looks with all of the different stitchings, with all of the different type of materials that been used. It just looks phenomenal. Then if we look at the center storage cubbies, if I open this, you have a USB-C type with decent amount of room. Then you have some buttons here. First of all, it's for your off-road mode. Then it's for your manual mode. Then it's for your suspension settings, your traction control, and your DSR. Then you have your Maybach logo imprinted on the hand receiver for the car's controller. And here you have your navigation, radio, telephone, volume, your drive modes, cameras, vehicle settings, favorites. You have your cup holders that are actually ventilated and heated. So that's nice. Then you have your wireless charger with 2 USB-C types. Now I'm going to show you the car's infotainment system and talk about all of the technology this car gets. But just look at the ambient lighting that's surrounding the car's handles and on the roof that I'm going to show you now. For opening the sunroof, I just press this once and the cover is going to open up. And then you can see the ambient lighting strip on the roof as well. That's new for this model actually. So there, that opens up. And you can see how massive the panoramic roof actually is. And then if I press this again, the front portion of the panoramic roof is going to open up. And that's how much it opens. And for closing it again, I just press this again and it's going to close automatically by itself. Now let me show you the car's instrument cluster and infotainment system. So let's start by showing you the infotainment system of this car. So you have 2 displays that are together. It's 12.4 inch, 12.4 inch. So let's turn that on by putting the car in ignition, and there it slowly turns on. The new infotainment system on the facelifted model has been much more easier to use. So in 2024, Mercedes-Benz is going to get the award of the most easy used for the infotainment system and the instrument cluster. So first of all, if we go all the way to the right, you have settings. You can see the Maybach and its 2-tone color. So if you just go there, I'm going to turn off the AC. If you go there, first of all, you can toggle to all of the assistants. Like your driving assistance is for looking at the speed limit and putting it on the instrument cluster. Then you have your automatic braking assist for the front car to the rear, how much distance you want that on or off. Then you have your assistants like your all of the different type of safety issues and all of the different things you can see on the highway. And then you can go to the car's cameras and control that as well. Then if we go on vehicle, you can control all of the different driving modes like your comfort, your suspension, and all of your different types of stuff. And then if we go back to light settings, you can control everything of the multi-beam LED lights. And if you go on system, you can register yourself as the owner in the infotainment system of the car, and you can see the owner's manual from here as well. Then if we go on information, you can see the car's consumption. You can see the vehicle with all of its power that it's giving, / which mode the car is in and what suspension setting the car is in. Then you can go to the engine and look at all of the powers and all of the torques. It's showing that it can give more than 550 horsepower and 570 pound-feet of torque, but it can actually produce more horsepower on these cars. Then you have your off-road settings. You have some more stuff here, and this is the new infotainment system, so it's much more different from the previous generation. So you have all your drive settings, you have all your assistance, and recover mode is that jumping thing that everybody is excited about. Now if you go out of there, you have your comfort, where you can control your massaging seat, you can control your seats, and you can control the ambient lighting from here as well. So you have all of your different colors that you can control with the buttons on your screen. Then if you go on comfort again, I mistakenly came out. Then you have your brightness for all of your lights and your different refreshing modes. Then you have your apps to connect the car with your phone. You have your media. Then you have radio, phone, and navigation. And this car actually has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and the navigation works phenomenally. If you want to put down where you want to go, you can use this as a touchscreen too. So if you just press this, you can put on wherever you want to go. So if I just put down a location real quick, if you just search that, you have your location popped up here, and then you can just put let's go, and it's going to calculate all of the stuff with right there.
The route includes toll roads.
It's going to give you all of the information, and it's going to come on the heads-up display as well. I'm going to show that when I turn the car on. And for the driving modes, you have individual, sport, comfort, Maybach, and curve. So I'm going to leave it on Maybach mode for the meantime. Now I'm going to show you the AC controls. So these are the buttons. This is for your 2 climate controls for either side, and the ambient lighting change if you're putting on cooler and not hotter. This is for sync, AC reset and outsider coming inside, rear windshield heater, your button for your hazard, your auto and front windshield heater. This is for climate off menu. This is for my climate control. And then you have the start button here with your auto start stop button right there. The steering is fully leather strapped. It is tilt and telescopic, as you can see, and it's fully powered adjustable, and you have the new steering wheel for the Maybach. That is what I like about this car. It says Maybach right there. These are all your controls for your infotainment. These are all your controls for your instrument cluster. And now I'm going to show you the instrument cluster, but before that, let me finish some stuff. You have your rear view mirror that's auto dimmed, as you can see right there. These are for your garage openers. You have your light placement here with crystal lightings. You have a Burmester tweeter on the top, and this car actually gets the Burmester high-end sound system, and you have much more controls here for your emergency stuff. And vanity mirrors come with a light, and it has 2 vanity mirrors, so one for this side, one for this side, and this one extends as well. And then you have your microphones for your voice command, and everything is on leather in this car. That's what I love for Mercedes-Benz luxury treatments. So now let's show you the instrument cluster. Before you turn on the car, you have the Mercedes-Benz logo and the Maybach logos in the background. That's very nice with the animation. You have the car's kilometers placement right there, and the time and the outside temperature. So if I turn that on, if I just press it once, it comes on, and then I press it again, the complete thing turns on. So this is your RPM, red lines and 7,000. You have the Maybach dials. Top speed is 160 miles per hour. You have your fuel gauge. You have your power gauge right here. And you have the mileage of the car at the center. These are for all your different driving modes and which gear the car is in. And it's going to tell you if your child lock is open or not. If you want to go to the normal treatment, you can just do that by this button. Or if you want Maybach, you can just go right there. But you have all your different type of meters on this car as well. So you have your everyone's favorite, but not in the Maybach. Then you have the sports display as well. Then you have your Maybach display. Then you have your normal classic, and then you have your navigation, your assistance, your off-road, and your service. So I'm going to keep it with the Maybach, but you can also control the heads-up display from here, and you can choose what you want in the heads-up display as well. So if you look at the heads-up display right now, you can see it has the navigation programmed, so where to go and how to go. So you don't have to keep looking at your infotainment screen. Everything is in your navigation. And if I want to control more stuff, I can do that from here. Like I can change all of the information. So I can only have the speed, or I can have the sports, or I can have the standard, off-road, settings, or turn off the heads-up display from here as well. Now I'm going to just leave it with the sports display and let it be how it is. And if we come back to the infotainment screen, if I go back to the Maybach mode, and that's the most luxury stuff you can get on the Maybach's electronic stuff. This is for your hazard and all of your windshield wiper control. This is your gear knob. You have paddle shifters at the back as well that the previous generation didn't have. So one more cool thing about this generation. Now I'm going to show you the car's door. So first of all, you have your AC vent here. Then you have the wooden treatment. This is for your light controls, parking brake, and your instrument cluster brightness. Then you have your dead pedal, brake pedal that has the Maybach logos on top of it, the gas pedal and the brake pedal. Then you have Maybach written here as well. And then let's come to the door. And this car has the Burmester high-end sound system. That's why it has the Twitter with the Burmester cover as well. But when you turn the car on, it has the ambient lighting surrounding on the sides. Then you have the wooden treatment all the way till the back. You have a Burmester Twitter here. These are for your ventilated and heated seats and controlling the right side seat. These are for your seat controls with 3 memory seats, ambient lighting, door opener, unlock, lock, and your window controls with window lockers. And this all leather treatment that all the way goes till the back. You have your massive speaker here and your emergency light for the side, and your boot opener is placed right there. Now I'm going to go on the rear seats because we're pretty much done with the fronts. So here we come outside and you can see how sturdy the side steps are. It's not gonna break. So now let's close the door and let's get inside the rear doors. So let's open the rear doors first and then let's get inside the car. But before that, you can see the Maybach logos that project on the floor. And if you just get it closer, you can see it right there. And now I'm gonna get inside, so I'm gonna go it from the other side and show you guys the rear of the car. So after you open the door, you can see how big of an opening it is. And then if I get inside, close the door, I can easily relax inside this luxury cabin. First of all, I'm going to show you all of the luxury stuff you can get on this car. This is the VIP seat because it's behind the passenger seat, and that is the normal seat. But you can still be comfortable on both of them. So if I want to control the front seat, I press this button and then I move it all the way to the front by just my finger touching the door. And then I can get the back all the way straight. You can also get rear entertainment systems, that's an optional extra. And then I can get the headrest down as well, that I just did. And I can go to full-on relaxation mode, just pressing one more button. So now my seat is going to go to the most luxury position to get my seat all the way to the most luxury position possible. So I can recline my seat much more, and then I can spread it out much more, and then I can get the footrest up and easily leave my legs on its electronic stuff. So I can easily go to point A to point B in full relaxation mode. And then I can extend that a bit too. And now I can easily relax. You have the Maybach logo there with the wooden treatment and the ambient lighting. And just look how comfortable and easily you can sit inside. And then just look at the stitchings on the footrest and everything and how comfortable it is. Now I'm going to get the seat to the normal position again. So let's get the footrest down first. So there that goes, and there that comes down. And there that goes in. Now let's come to more stuff for luxury stuff. You have a jacket holder here, first of all. Then you have your AC vent placement here, and this entire thing is leather. You have your Twitter on the top with ambient lighting for both of the sides, and you have ambient lighting on the roof as well. That's nice. Then if I want to control the blinds and everything, I can just open my blind with a one button. I can open that blind with one button as well. And these blinds include a lot more stuff, so I can open my window with one touch, and if I open that window, you can see it is double glazed, so no outside noise is coming inside this car. There, let's close that. And if I close the blinds again, you can see there it closes. And if I press it again, my one closes as well, and you can see there's a blind at the back as well, so that also increases. And if I want to close the upper portion, I can do that with just one button, and there, that closes in. And now if I come to the center positions, you have your AC vents here with your climate control for the back. It's a 2-zone climate control, and you can easily control this. And then if I just push this, it's going to get this down. So first of all, I have my cup holders that are ventilated and heated. Then I have a little storage area here, so put some bottles or cans, and then I can just close that back in. You have 2 USB-C ports here and like behind it, and then you have your wireless charger placement here. And the GLS Maybach can be 4-seater or a 5-seater, depends on you. Because this is a brand new car, that's why they didn't install the screen yet, but a screen stays here that you can control everything with. If I get this placement up, you can see you have more room underneath it. But if you want the tray tables, those are optional extra as well. Let's close this. You have ambient lighting here, you have ambient lighting here. Ambient lighting on Mercedes is just top notch. Then if I come back, you have the Maybach logo here. If I open this, you have a refrigerator inside that you can turn on with the buttons here. And then you can see you can actually fit 2 bottles in a can. It's like has a lot of room. There, we close that. There, we get this back. You have ambient lighting covering it from the behind of the seat, and it's overall very nice. You have your Twitter with your ambient lighting on top. Now I'm going to show you the car's door. And then if we come on the doors are pretty simple, but you have just tons of leather. So first of all, you have your Burmester Twitter. Then you have your wooden treatment with your ventilated seats and your seat controls with your memory seat. That all the way extends to the back. You have ambient lighting, more leather treatment until here. You have all your different window and blind openers. This is your door handle. You have your bottle holder down there and your Burmester big speaker. And what's more cool about it is you have the Maybach logo right there. And this side step is actually very sturdy. But the Maybach I reviewed in Bangladesh, that was a fake Maybach that didn't have this sturdy. And you obviously have softer clothes inside this. If you like this review, make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. I don't know if I can do more Maybach reviews or stuff like this in a constant way, but I'm going to try my best. Now you guys can enjoy some more nice times, and I'm going to see you on the next video. Peace.